All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Guys, I am more than happy and more than proud to go ahead and present to you, so far in 2023, Vagabond here, which launched on Monday just a couple of days ago, has already become my 2023 Indie Game of the Year. I have about 5 hours of game time into this game already. I know when I saw it on the store page on Monday, I said this looks really freaking cool. Looks right up my alley. But guys, I want to go ahead and cover something real quick that I feel like this is going to need to be said on my channel for this particular game. Because we know that on my YouTube channel, I often trash a lot of like really impressive looking 3D games where indie developers are simply buying like Unreal assets, especially in like survival games, and they're buying all these great assets, or they're buying the polygon assets, for example, and they're buying other asset kits, and they're just smashing a whole bunch of asset kits together into one big incohesive mess that doesn't work, that's full of bugs, that has like invisible walls and all kinds of other problems. They don't have sounds. There's a just a buttload of problems that a lot of these miss videos have. So before one of these butthurt asset cobbling developers comes here and thinks or says, "Oh my God, how can you make this a Zaxtors any gold?" when the graphics look like it was something made in 1992 or some bullshit like that. I want to go ahead and defend this game and the art style here. It is so much more vital that you make, and I've said this a million times before, it's so much more vital that you make something that not only you can make, right, but you make the end game that you're charging money for on Steam, that you make a fun game and a fun experience for the player out there. And I've said it a million times, make a game that you yourself enjoy playing. Make a game that you want to play yourself, not just cobble together a whole bunch of pretty assets so they look great on the Steam store and then get butthurt when your broken, buggy mess of asset cobbled trash gets negatively reviewed by me and by others. So I'll say it again, I've said it a million times before, that just like a person where you judge a book by its cover, you judge somebody by what they look like and then wonder why they're a jerk or a butthole or if they treat you bad. Stop judging books by the cover. Vagabond here may not look as impressive as 3D, RPG games. It may not look as good as Skyrim or a million other games that you can say, hey, I can buy Skyrim for less money on sale. To that, I'm going to say, shut the fuck up. This isn't Skyrim, right? This is a open world RPG that has simplistic mechanics, but that can deeply engross you. And this developer is making a world that every time you play it is procedurally generated. So you can put in a seed and have a completely different world, a completely different map, completely different towns in different areas of the map that you can, you know, play to your heart's content and be whoever the hell you want to be. I love that aspect of this game, and it's one reason why Vagabond is already in early access, my indie game of the year. I'm not saying it's going to be my best game of the year, but right now it is my best Zaxtors Indie Gold, and it just came out a couple of days ago. So let's go ahead and talk about Vagabond here a little bit. Let's talk about this solo developer, Pierre. I have no idea how you pronounce his last name, Vigier. If we go down here, guys, on the Steam page, let's go ahead and take a look at the website for this game. So let me go ahead and bring that over here. Yeah, we want to go to the external site. And we see here this developer has made a website for his game. He's had this website up for many years already, since 2020 it looks like, where he posted information about every alpha that he's released before he actually launched the game on Steam. Not only that, guys, if we come in here, he has credits for the game. listing every sound, every asset that he's ever used for the game. And he not only lists all these assets in his game, but he also makes all these assets available in a zip pack, a zip file that you can download and use yourself in your own game. That to me is incredible. We also come down here, we look at the roadmap for all the things he plans on adding to the game. But already in the game, guys, you have the miner, lumberjack, farmer profession. You can be a blacksmith, a tailor, a cook, a carpenter. You have profession trainers. You can own your own house and decorate and furnish your own home. You can even craft the furniture that you use. He has alchemists and enchanting and weapons and magic wands already in the game. Points of interest is not on an Oasis yet. He's going to make that during the early access development stage. He's going to introduce guilds through early access. He plans on making procedural generation of world history and unique quests and legendary items linked to that history. That's going to be developed through the early access, or that's his plans too. He's going to make castles and temples, but he already has marketplaces in the game right now. And he plans on making the dungeons even better with like multi-level dungeons and many more types of rooms and achievements and titles as well as something he plans on doing during early access. But guys, if you go to this guy's devlog here from his website, right here, this is what blows me away. This guy has a devlog from 2019 right here when he started working on Vagabond. And he talks about world generation, procedural generation of the world. He talks about all the problems he had and what he used to solve those problems so that he could make his game. And it's incredible to read about. I love that he actually has so much useful links and information about how exactly he went about the process the last 4 years of developing the game. And he has all these archives that anybody can go freely look up and look about how he created these dungeons and the procedural generation and how all the rooms and the tunnels between the dungeon rooms were created and everything else. I just think this is phenomenal. So this is not only a developer that is very passionate about the game he's creating, but he's also very passionate and open over the last 4 years about how how exactly he's done everything that he's done, how he's handled problems. I've even seen lines of code in here about how he used some code to solve a particular problem they had or whatever. It's phenomenal. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys, when I do give like indie developers a miss video or whatever. I say, have you made a game that you enjoy creating, you enjoy playing yourself? Have you put any passion and love into your game? This is exactly what I'm looking for. So while Vagabond isn't complete yet, and while it's not, it's not completely fleshed out yet, it doesn't have, that I've seen, it doesn't have like huge boss monsters or anything like that yet. It is a hell of a lot of fun. And you can see, I can see and feel the massive amount of effort and love by this developer put into this game. And it's right here for the taking, guys, on Steam for under $15. The developer states that he's going to use part of the money that he makes from this game to create and generate more assets for his game that he plans on making available to other indie game devs as well. So this is just a big-hearted developer, a very passionate developer, and the exact kind of developer that I know I want to support rather than the asset cobbling developers who cobble together a bunch of shit, end up making a miss video on my channel, and then get pissed off and do copyright strikes or attack me or whatever. The guys that put up a lot of fake reviews for their own games. That kind of thing. We've covered it a million times here on my channel. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and show you Vagabond right now. Let's get into the game and show you why I like this game so damn much. Alright guys, when you launch the game, you're going to be presented with this channel, or this screen rather. And, excuse me, I just woke up. So, you're going to see this. Remember, this is a co-op game, so you can play this game with friends online. they can buy the game, they can join you. That's why they would click the join game. You have your options, which are right here, so you can set your resolution to whatever you want. Everything here is all available. There's lots of different options there. You can set your window size to whatever you want it to be. You can put in the zoom level, so how close you want that zoom level to be. You can't do this in the game. I would love to see this be able to be done in the game. Maybe there is a way to do that. Maybe you hit the plus and minus in the game. I don't know. We'll have to check. Let's go ahead and do 120 frames per second here. And we're going to go full screen. The sound I've already set to like that. I like the music. The music is pretty cool. Maybe we'll turn that up just a little bit here, so you can maybe hear it. Maybe turn the footsteps up a little bit. Controls right here. Is there any controls to zoom in and out? Zoom in. Add, subtract. Yep, it is add, subtract. Okay. Very cool. We can try that in the game. And then it looks like you can use a gamepad as well. Okay. And then you can choose. This developer is French, by the way. And I think he's done a phenomenal job of writing English. English grammar is phenomenal in this game. I'm really impressed by it. So if you're just going to play by yourself, or you're going to start a game that you're going to allow somebody else to join, whether you're playing single player or we're going to play online with friends, you would just go into start game here. You can also join this developer's Discord. So I already have a world, but I want to go ahead and show you what happens when you create a new world. So if you come in, you're going to probably create a new world. You're going to name the world whatever you want. So we're going to go ahead and say World 2. And when you do this, it's going to create a random seed for you, and the world is going to be based on the seed. So for example, if I want to delete all that, and I want my world to be 9999999, right? So let me see how many nines this is. Let me go ahead and go, so you guys can create the same world should you want to play it yourself. 9999 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, let's go 15. So 15 nines, guys, if you want to play this exact same world for some reason. So then you get to create your character here. You can choose a random name. You can come up with your own name should you want to. You can choose a male or a female. And you can also just randomize. I like to just randomize the look, and then like if I want to change it up a little bit, then I can change it based on that. So, let's go that. Let's change his body color to a lighter color. And I kind of like that look here. And we can go hair. Maybe change the hairstyle a little bit if we want to. No, let's go the rough got out of bed look, because that's how I feel right now, because I just got out of bed. Let's have blue hair as well. That's pretty cool. There's gray hair, I guess. Silver hair. Yeah. And I like the name, Frey. Frey's a cool name. I like it. And we can even change the facial hair. Eyes. There we go. Cool. It's not like you're ever going to see that character that well. I guess you can. Let's try the plus and minus to zoom in and out. Oh, there you go. You have to use it looks like you have to use the number keys. I'm trying to use the plus and minus on my regular keyboard, but you have to use the numpad plus and minus keys. Wow, that's pretty zoomed in. I love that you can zoom in. I didn't know you could do that. I've already played the game for 5 hours and didn't even know you could do that until I looked at the options there. Very cool. Alright, so you're going to get a quest journal that looks a lot like this, guys. It'll say, you woke up in the middle of nowhere with no memories or possessions, except for a sealed letter addressed to Inrugbio, wizard in the village of Eastmouth. So much like you could choose a random name for your character, this is all going to be random city names, random character names, etc. in these towns. Remember, it generates this entire world randomly, and you can look at the world by hitting the M button for your map. So some of these generated maps will have like a lake right in the middle as well. But this is a completely different map than the one I played 5 hours on yesterday. Yeah, I played this game for 5 hours yesterday when I bought it. So love that. You can also come in here and you can hit local and zoom in for a closer look at your area. And you'll see there's two unknown locations right here that I can go and explore. Typically, these are going to be caves or dungeons, as we see right there. Okay. But anyway, it says I need to find this in Rengio in Eastmouth. Now, if you don't remember the name or the city or whatever, because you pick up more quests along the way, you can always hit the J key for journal and go back and find out where you're going. So you should find this mage and deliver the letter to her. Perhaps she can help you shed some light on what happened. So make sure you don't click that net. So a lot of people are going to say, okay, accept or okay or whatever. Yeah, make sure you don't abandon the quest. I know I've almost done that, but I haven't done that yet. So if we click on this key, this sign right here, it'll tell us. How cool is that? We can see that Eastmouth is that way. So I like how the guy made signs at these intersections in your map. So we're gonna move over here real quick. We're gonna go ahead and open up this den here, and we see the den. We see some creatures over here that'll probably kick my butt. Notice how when you put your cursor over them, it makes the ability to try to fight them. Obviously, they're too far away, so you right-click to take an action. So, for example, if I wanted to come into this dungeon, I would just come up here, and then I would just move my cursor to that dungeon. I'll see the gear, and then I can right-click, and I'll go down in this dungeon. Ooh, it's scary. There's going to be baddies down here. There's also going to be a lot of very useful ore, and we're going to get the hell out of here before I get my ass kicked by that guy. So, yeah. So we can also come in here, and we can attack that, but it's going to tell you you need a pickaxe. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move down this path here. And again, remember, guys, if you guys want to zoom in, you want to see your character up close, you can do that as you walk down the path. Obviously, I think I would prefer the default setting of zoomed out so you can see what the hell you're doing and where you're going. Now, if you ever get chased by a mob, just move into another biome, which kind of has a line like that. Some people might not like that. In fact, I saw one of the reviews on this game give this a criticism and say they didn't like that. And this is one of the reasons they gave the game a negative review. I think it's so silly. But if you don't know what town you're in right here, you can just, again, go ahead and hit the map, and we'll see that we are now in Eastmouth. So I want to find the particular mage, right? So I'm going to come here. I'm going to look at local, and I can see the name of everybody's house. Any abandoned houses or houses for sale, you can buy. So we have a tailor shop here called the Rusty Trousers. Again, all random names picked from a random list. The Sleepy Wand and the discreet cupboard. And we also have like a blacksmith shop here where I could probably come buy some equipment, like a weapon to maybe fight with or whatever. So I think this sounds like the maid shop, the Sleepy Wand. We're going to go ahead and go up there. You see your position right here on the map. We have some guards moving here. You also see the time of day. You see that we're on day 0. It's 12:51 p.m. This is a 24-hour clock, like a military clock. And if you don't know what time it is, because it's like 2200 or whatever, well, simply just subtract 10 from that hour, and you'll know that it's like 2200 would be 10 p.m. for sure, for example. So here is our maid shop, and we'll probably find the person we want to find right here. So if we look at our journal here, guys, we'll see that the main quest was to talk to Enrigbio, or whatever their name is. So we right-click on here, we say, yep, sure enough, that's Enrigbio. So you come up here, and you see that you can use the enchanting table, for example, and you can put things in here to enchant stuff and craft stuff at a maid shop. Here is going to be a staff enchanter, and you can enchant your staff here once you have the proper skill and the items and the gold required, etc. And we have an alchemy table here in a maid shop. It all makes sense. But let's go ahead and turn this quest in and give this letter to our mage here. So we just right-click on him, and he's going to have options to trade, train, or give. So if you're turning a quest item into somebody, for example, if you go into a character and they say, give this, silk cloth to my friend in another town or whatever, you'll go to that other town, and you'll right-click on them, and you'll click the give button to give them that item. So it's going to open up the inventory now here, and we have to find the right item. And we're going to go ahead and right-click on our sealed letter here to transfer that letter to the give window, and then we'll simply click give. This is what I love about this game, guys. It looks like this is well thought out. like quests and well thought out lore for the game and stuff like that. Just love it. I'm really enjoying this game. He's like, hey, may I help you? You look in bad shape, my friend. Thank you for finding the courage to deliver this letter to me despite the hardships you must have faced. The letter is coded. It will take some time to decipher it. Please take these gold coins as compensation for your troubles. Go see Bro Cricken, the blacksmith. He can provide you with some pieces of equipment. Also, take these fruits. When you are completely full, you will recover some vitality. Come back to me afterward. Maybe the letter contains information about yourself. So we're cool. Alright. So he gave me some coins. The one thing I would like this developer to do is put like exactly how many coins the person gives you right here in the chat. I would love to see that added. But again, remember this game is in early access, so you can always hit the I key and you can open up your inventory. We started with 0 gold, so he gave you 200 gold just for delivering that that item. Over here, you see exactly what gear you're wearing, what the value is, what the defense is. We see that I have nothing on my head, shoulders, feet, or in my right hand. The inventory also sorts all your inventory by like your weapons, your materials, your food, etc. So he gave me 20. No, he wanted. This is a quest item for 20 lemons. So let's see. Yeah, take these fruits. When you're completely full, you'll recover some vitality. All right, so there we go. So we got. This is a quest item that we got, but we can use these for ourselves. It's kind of weird that it's labeled a quest item. Come back to me afterward. Maybe the letter contains information about yourself. Alright, so we're going to go find Brooklyn the blacksmith as well. But before we do that, let's go ahead and open up the trade window, let you take a look at what that looks like. So here we have health regeneration potions that we can buy. We see that it has a cost of 30, and it gives me a health regeneration of plus 2% for 30 seconds. So these only last, all these potions only last for 30 seconds, but they do different things, and they might be worth it. I don't know, I haven't used any yet. And then if we want to sell any items, so for example, if we wanted to sell this character our 20 lemons, we could simply right-click that, and we would see that he would give me 20 gold for those, because I had 200, now it's 220. I'm going to right-click, I'm going to keep those up right now. And I'm also going to close that window, and then I'm going to see if he can train me in anything. So I don't have the skill. That shows that for learning this potion, how to create this potion at the alchemy table, this is a potion here. For this, it would require a skill of over 50 in alchemy and a cost of 200 to buy that particular recipe. So he won't even teach it to you if you don't have the proper skill. And then you got to have the coins as well. So he doesn't. I don't have the skill or the money to learn any of this stuff from him. I'm going to close that. You can always click on the background. My name is Indribio, whatever the name is. I live here in Eastmouth and I work at the Sleepy Wine. If you wish to start a business here, you should look into the mining ores or chopping trees. Spark and Dagger offer some great tools. Rumors? If you're looking to settle here, I heard there's a house for sale in the village. Alchemy. 2 tablespoons of snake venom, a bat wing, and a zest of ecoplasm. It's ready. You want to learn the mysteries of alchemy? Alchemy is above all a practical art that is based on experimentation. So try mixing ingredients with effects in common, and you'll get a potion with these effects. That's pretty cool. So you basically learn different potions just by trial and error, by mixing different random ingredients together in an alchemy table, which I haven't done yet, but I think that's pretty neat. Saves, you're tired of fighting for pieces of metal? Why don't you try make yourself a magic staff? First, you need to use the staff enchanter to create a magical crystal from soul dust. Then, you must imbue your crystal with the elements you want to use from the enchanting table. Finally, you must assemble your staff with the staff enchanter. Okay? We can join the Mages Guild. If you join us with the Mages Guild, you get introduced into magic. You will need to prove yourself worthy. Not just anyone can be a mage, be sure of that. Let's start off by seeing if you're resourceful. I need you to go get me some magical ingredients. Cool, let's accept it. Let's be a mage. And then, if we want to see more about the letter, he says, you look better. If we want to see all that again, we can see that. You look much better now. Unfortunately, the letter says nothing about your past. Even worse, this missive warns the Mage Guild that a great peril is approaching. The most troubling part is that the letter is stamped with the magical seal of Vatina, the legendary founder of our guild, the most powerful mage this land has ever known. She warns us that a powerful demon she had once imprisoned is about to be released. Uh-oh. She asks us to strengthen our magical defenses and hold it back. She invites me to trust you. According to her, you have the necessary courage and the pure heart. Do you feel up to the task? Well, hell yeah, we want to help defend this fucking world from the evil demon. So it says here, we learned evil torment, and we learned some skills from this. Okay, so he says, now to strengthen the magical defenses that hold Ecuador, 4 crystals, one of each magical element, must be collected from the hermits who have guarded and protected them since his imprisonment. Then you need to bring them to the temples of the ancient gods and recharge them. Finally, you must bring the charged crystals to Golgazar, the fortress that holds Ecuador, to prevent this demonic being from wreaking havoc on all our lands. I entrust you with a letter bearing the seal of the Tina, which will help you convince the hermits to trust you. We are counting on you. So he gave me a letter that can prove to the hermits that they can trust me in this final mission to protect the world from this evil demon in the Ecuador. So I think this is all really well written lore. Not only that, I think it's really interesting as well. So this is pretty damn cool. So finally we say goodbye to this page. And I'm sure we'll be back at some point. And we're going to go ahead and leave. Remember to right-click to leave the place. Now we see here that it's almost 11 o'clock at night. 23 minus 12 is 11. So we know that means 11 p.m. So we really can't do anything because all the stores and shops and stuff like that are going to be closed. Oh, this one's open though. Cool. So his name is Gun. We can talk to him. He says yes. We can learn about cooking. You want to learn how to cook meals as good as mine? No matter the recipe, the important thing is to choose ingredients that combine well together. So we can learn different things from him on how to create dough, a hamburger, pies, etc. for a cost of 50. And it shows what ingredients that would require. So remember, we do have 200 gold. If we click our inventory here, if we have the 200 gold, so I could learn a recipe on how to make dough. And from the dough, I would make dough from wheat. And then I could use the dough to make a hamburger. And there's probably other food items as well that are required. We just don't know what those are. So it looks like it requires 4 items to make a hamburger. And then we can make a hamburger that would probably give us a lot more healing or whatever, for example. That's pretty cool. We can also learn how to make a pie. That also would require the dough and 4 other items. So let's go ahead and learn Go. That's pretty basic. It only requires wheat. Let's train that. 50. So we use 50 gold to learn how to make dough. Now we're going to go ahead and learn how to make a pie, because I want to learn how to make a damn apple pie. I'm curious if apples are going to be part of it. So we're going to learn how to make that pie. And we've already spent 100 of our gold learning those 2 recipes. I haven't ever learned how to make cooking yet, so that's pretty cool. You can also do farming. It tells you how to farm in the game. So we're going to go ahead and close that. And we're going to go back out into the open, scary world, where it's now 1 a.m. So any of these houses, even during the day, are going to require you to break in and do lock picking to get in. Now, depending on what you're trying to pick the lock to, like how complicated the lock is, there's going to be like a different number of numbers down here. So the more numbers you see down here, the more complex the lock is to pick. So this one would be pretty simple, for example. All you have to do is put in, by going, for example, a code. You would randomly guess a code here, and it could be repeat numbers as well. And then once you put in 4 numbers here, you can guess, and you can guess that particular code. It'll tell you if you failed or not, or if you broke the lockpick or not. I can't pick this lock because I don't have any lockpicks. But if I had a lockpick, it would let me hit guess, and it would tell me it would tell me how many numbers I either have in the correct position, or how many numbers I might have correct, but they're in the wrong position. So it'll have like a green, let's say there was 2 numbers in the right position. Maybe it was a 3 and a 2. It would have a green 2 here, and let's say the 1 was actually over here, but it was in the wrong spot, so it would say, and let's say the other number was 4. Let's say this number was correct, the correct number was 4. So this particular one would then give me like a green 2, and a red 1 because the 1's in the wrong position, for example, right? That's kind of how lockpicking works. So you just keep doing it and trying until you guess the right number. So it's pretty interesting. I think it's kind of fun. So we really kind of have to wait until like 7 or 8 a.m. until places start opening up and people start moving about. Because we have to give that quest item to... not that one. Bring 4 radishes to Imbroglio to help him with his tasks. Yeah, we gotta do that. Alright, and we also have to go talk to the blacksmith so we can get some basic tools. So one thing you can do here, guys, you can come around the town, and anything on the outside, you can search and freely take the stuff without being a criminal and being attacked by guards, etc. But if you're inside a house and you try to take something like this, you're going to be... the NPCs inside are going to call you a thief, and guards are going to come and attack you and basically throw you in a jail cell. We have some ore, we'll take that. And what I recommend is taking all this stuff from towns and then like selling the stuff to NPCs, because you can basically sell this crap, or you can use it to heal yourself or whatever, but you can sell a lot of this crap to get money that you might need to buy basic gear. I also like that no matter, like, different towns in the world will have different music playing in the background. So if I visit a town in the desert, for example, the music will be completely different. We have some slimes over here. That's an egg. Well, it's 5 a.m. now. It's starting to get... This, anytime you see a house with a sign out here, that means it's going to be for sale. You can right-click on that, see that I need a reputation of 1,000 in this particular town, and I would need 2,000 gold to buy this house. But you're free to go inside and take a look at it. We see it's kind of a big one-room house. Now, if you have like a 3-room house or whatever, a bigger house would cost more money. It would cost like 3,000 gold instead of 2,000. But both would require a reputation in the town of 1,000. To see where you're at with reputation, just hit the C key, which also shows you your name, shows you all your health, all your stats about your defenses for all the different elements in the game, the damage that you're doing right now with your current weapon and everything equipped, shows you what skills you have. So as you use skills, as you attack with a melee weapon, you're going to increase your skill in that and level up. So it's all skill based. I really like that. So you have tailoring, smithing, cooking, all these different things that you can level up in. And then you have talents. You can earn talent points and you can learn different talents here, such as a fencing master. Melee weapon damage is increased by 20%. You also have different mage talents that you can learn as well. Alchemist next rank. Potion power is increased by 20%. An enchanter, enchantment power is increased by 20%, etc. So you can learn all these different talents based on what you're trying to do. Craftsperson, etc. Pretty cool. And then our guilds, if we have joined a guild and then we have reputations, we have no reputation in any town yet because we haven't done anything bad to get a negative reputation here. And we also haven't done any quests or anything to increase our reputation. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the blacksmith shop, which I know we saw that right here. Alright, let's go talk to this dude. This is the guy he told us to talk to. You gotta be really careful when you're like clicking on these different tables and stuff like that. So for example, that gear turns red there. If I was to simply right click on that table, I would be arrested and they would take all my stuff, they would throw me in a jail cell, and I would be completely naked. Right. Oops, I clicked on the forge rather than him. Here, dude. I'm listening, so here we can go ahead and we can find out about chopping, mining, etc. He just gives you basic information there. Let's see if he can train me anything, though. Aha! So for 0, I can learn how to make a copper ingot at his forge if I bring in copper ore. So we can learn that, and it doesn't cost anything. Cool. Same thing with a tin ingot. Create an item. So it requires 1 coal ore and 1 tin ore, and we can make a tin ingot. Let's train that. Now these more advanced ingots are going to require a cost. We're going to have to pay him to learn how to do that, and it requires more things, and a skill as well. So we're going to have to level up our blacksmithing to make some of this stuff. Cool. So we can learn how to make plate leggings, plate helmet, plate mail, etc. So there's a lot to do here. We can learn how to make a bow with just a smithing skill of 25. And then an arrow, same thing. And that's made from a ingot and a log. Makes sense. Alright. We close this out. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what he has. Now, yesterday I did use a spear, and it was pretty useful. So we're going to go ahead and buy this tin spear. It does 2 to 3 damage. Also, you do want to get a pickaxe. I don't have enough money to buy both a spear and the pickaxe. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy this spear for right now. You don't have enough money. Oh, it costs 113. Okay. Dagger 75. A 10 dagger is 50. Let's go ahead and buy it. Does 2 to 5. That does even more damage than the spear. And it costs less. But the attack speed is 1. And both they have the exact attack speed. The range is just bigger on the spear. Let's buy this 10 dagger here. And now we have it by right-clicking it. And then let's go ahead and buy a 10 pickaxe. We need 57, so we only have 43, so we're going to go ahead and sell him some of the stuff that we just grabbed from those boxes. So we're going to right-click on all this crap until we have 57 gold. Wow, we had just perfect amount. That worked out great. And now we can come here and we can buy this pickaxe. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this... oops, nope, I'm not trying to sell that. Give me that back. Close out of him completely. Say goodbye. And then open up your inventory. And if you right-click on this, it'll go to your hotbar down here. So we're set. We have 0 gold, but we have some tools that we can go make some money with. So we're going to get out of here. And we're going to go back out here and try to make some money with our amazing dagger that we just bought. Oh, those things are pretty crazy. They all attack you, so I'm going to stay away from them. I'm going to get this, whatever it is. You got to face it. Black seed. Cool. This is exactly why we wanted our pickaxe. We're going to go ahead. You can use your mouse wheel to move, or you can hit the number associated with the item. We're hitting a rock, and we got some stone. I think we can... Nope, this isn't anything we can get. Okay. Carrot seed. Alright, let's go ahead and go down in this dungeon right here. Let's equip our mighty dagger, and hopefully the mobs down here are something we can take on. No ore nodes here to harvest down here. And we got some fast creatures down here. Holy cow. I'm going to go ahead... Ah! So you see that your skill and defense is increased to 2. These things are fast down here. This is a dangerous... Yeah, this is a very dangerous... So we're going to bail from this one. We're going to get the hell out of there. Yeah, I was getting effed up. Let's go ahead and hit my inventory here. Let's get some of that food that mage gave us. And let's go ahead. We need to eat anyway, because this right here is your hunger bar and then your health. So we're going to go ahead and highlight our lemons. Right-click to eat. And by eating, you will, if you are completely full, you'll start healing. As you see there, I completely filled up my hunger bar. So now I'm actually getting some health regeneration. So keep your hunger bar completely full to get some health back. Right? Well, let's go ahead and try these slimes. I haven't tried fighting a slime yet, but let's try that. Actually, what's this? Is this a slime? Well, it's a cabbage. I was going to say, that's a pretty easy slime if that was it. I don't know how tough these are. We're going to try them. Ow. So they won't come across this line, so that makes it really useful to, like, attack something, because you can just come right across the line and be safe if I need to heal or whatever. So I love that you can attack so damn quick, and we defeated both those guys, and we increased our melee weapons to 3 from 1. Yeah, I love how fast you can attack with these weapons. Pretty cool. And then I'm picking up some slime parts as well. That's probably going to come under here to resources, right? Mode of Earth. Yeah. Cool. Cabbage, slime. That's slime ingredients. It's an ingredient to cook with. Cool. Got some more cabbage over here. Man, that's, no, it's so bright. So we also have, like, ruins randomly scattered across our procedurally generated world where we can go and fight skeletons and that kind of thing. So guys, let's go ahead and show you how you would open up the world. So right now, we've only opened up this area of the map. Remember, this is a randomly generated map that's going to be different based on the seed you put into. If you guys want to play this particular map here, you would just simply put in 15 nines as your seed number. But I don't know why you would do that, but I'm just letting you know that you could create this exact same world by putting in 15 nines, and you can play this exact same world, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go about exploring the world, and we see now that we've opened up this map. And let's say that we want to find out if there's any dungeons or mines here. I would just hit click on the local, and we see that there's some unknown places over here. Those are probably either going to be towns, or it's going to be like a cave like the one I just went into. So there we go. We now know where that one's at. That one's called Azidius's Burrow. Let's see if we do any better in here. And we kind of see by the map here that that's what the dungeon looks like, or at least what we know. So this is Eyeballs. I haven't fought an eyeball yet, but I'm guessing this is going to be kind of a guy that's a little difficult to beat with a dagger. I would think an eye would be strong. I could be wrong. But we have some pretty cool looking ore up here. I might try to do this fight just to see if I can get some of this ore. Ah! Yeah, he's hurting me bad. If I can keep him off me... Oh, he's dead. That wasn't too bad. He just hurts you really bad if he touches you. So let's go ahead and eat another lemon. Man, we've already eaten. Our health's going up now. Let's go ahead and get some of this ore while we're down here. And this is the basics of, like, this is the meat and potatoes of the game, guys. Come down here in these dungeons. And some of the quests and some of the people in town, you just got to talk to everybody. You don't know who has a quest and who doesn't. But you just talk to everybody walking around in the town, and some of them will have quests to do things like come down here and kill the boss of a certain cave and report back to them or whatever, and they'll give you, like, a reward. And that's how you kind of get your reputation up in a particular town. But this is a good place to come down here and get a lot of this ore so you can start, you know, crafting or whatever if you want to be a blacksmith and start making your own armor and weapons and that kind of thing. So then you always have to come back up the way you came in. We'll come back out. We'll see it's now about 6 o'clock again. Subtract 12 from the hour if you don't know what time that is. All these different eyes. And we have discovered Rangavar. So now if we look at our map, this is that particular town. So bridges, there are bridges across the river. So unfortunately you can't like jump across the river or anything like that. So you do have to find a bridge to get across it, or you have to walk around the river until you see the end of the river and you can get across. Right? So this town is a whole new town, and we have a gold necromancer. We have different shops and stuff like that. Again, all these names of shops are completely randomly picked and generated. Every world's going to be completely different. So it's a little bit late now, so all we have right now out here is the guards, and they are just walking around. You can, of course, talk to the guards, but oh, this one has a quest we can do. This is what I'm talking about. We had no idea that this guy had a quest. You have to get the quest by just talking to random people. This guy has a quest because he doesn't just have these 3 things. He has an evil spell. And he says the love story between a villager and a witch ended badly, and she cursed our ancestors out of anger. There are ghosts everywhere in the communal crypt. Can you go to Randagar Glacier Graveyard and rid us of their leader, Wahua? However you say that, Wahoo-hoo-hoo. It should scare the other ghosts away. So if we accept that, he's going to give us more information. So we click on the graveyard, he'll tell you where it's at. If you head northwest, you should find the Randagar Glacier Graveyard. So we got to go to the Randagar Glacier Graveyard to the northwest. Okay, let's do that. Show you guys kind of how this works. So we're going to go west here, and then we're going to go up, so we go across this river. Is this it? Nope, that is not it. We're looking for a graveyard. Here it is. Ooh, this might be a really tough quest to do with only a dagger, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip our handy-dandy dagger here. Wah, 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 wah! And let's go inside and probably get killed. Ooh, I'm scared. So this is the ghost that he's talking about. And I love how the music completely changes when you go down into a cave or into a dungeon or whatever. So you gotta be facing the enemy or you're not gonna hit him, and I killed that ghost, no problem. I got some ectoplasm as well, that's gonna be useful. And I can't search the bones, okay. There's a lot of mobs right there. A lot of mobs. Try to take one on at a time and I think I'll do okay. And I'm just Kung Fu Master here, man. Why-ya! Both dead. This isn't so bad. I was expecting to have more trouble down here. So I've never been in a crypt like this. This is my first time. That's why I expected it to be a little bit worse. Ow. Ow, they hit me. They hit me. They hit me. Ow. Why-ya! He hit me again. Alright. So I took some damage there. I'm going to go ahead and try to fill up my health, my hunger bar, so I get a little bit of health regeneration there. Oh, here is the chest. We got some Spalder, Steel Legion of the Mountain. Defense of 24, holy cow. That's the best item I've found yet. I played for 5 hours yesterday and found no armor that gave me a defense of 24. That's crazy. Fire defense of 4, earth defense of 13. Alright, so we killed the main guy, so we're out of here. Hell yeah. Because I am kind of low on health, so I don't see any reason to stay in there killing standard ghosts. We've already got the main prize loot. We'll head back out of here. And do we have to go turn this into the, yeah, right here. Announce the, to Hikro that you killed. Wahoo-hoo-hoo. So we're going to definitely go turn that quest in now. And yeah, I can't get over, like, the Spalders that I got there. That's by far the best piece of equipment I've got yet. Alright, I need to go find this guy. He's a guard at night, so we should be able to find him. I think the guards go away during the day, so you gotta find him at night before everything opens up. That's him. Come here, brother. So we'll announce the evil spell. Baby bless Frey, our ancestors can now rest in peace. Cool. And you can ask about his background, jobs, etc. So now, if we look at, in this town, if we look at our character, we probably have a reputation in here. Yeah, so in this particular town, Randic Glacier, we now have a 100 reputation for doing that quest for somebody in the town. And that's how you build up your reputation, guys, and then along the way, you're going to be saving up money and gold, and you can come in and buy a house in any of these towns that you want to. So again, to look for the house for sale, you can either look at the map, you can go into local, and you can see which house is for sale that way, or you can simply walk around the town. This is how I like to do it, and just look for a sign out in front of the house, and that's going to be a house that's for sale or an abandoned house that you can buy, such as right down here. So this is a bigger house here, guys, and we see the house is for sale. We need 1,000 reputation, 3,000 gold, because it is a bigger house. And this one has 3 rooms that we could buy. So once you buy this house, you can craft all your furniture. You can, go out and get wood or whatever, and you can make your own tables and chairs or, whatever you want. And you can make your own house where you can do all your own stuff in your house. I'm guessing you can probably buy multiple houses and have houses in different towns. But as we see, if I look at the map here, guys, we've opened up 2 towns. We've opened up just the top part of this map. And there are probably 100 dungeons or caves that we can go into across this entire map, because there's a lot of them. In every little area, there's like 3 or 4 little caves that we can go into. So there's probably also going to be a dozen or more towns that we can go into, all completely randomly generated, all with random shops and random people and random quests that we can go out and do. And we can level our character up. We can get massive skills and be a god eventually, it looks like. I'm guessing there's no cap on exactly how many skills you can have. But I think right now, in early access, this game has plenty of content to warrant the $15 price tag. And right now, the first week, you can get it for 10% off, so you only pay $13.49 US dollars. Guys, this is definitely a game that I'm enjoying the hell out of right now, and exactly why this game has made my Zaxtors Indie Gold Game of the Year so far. We'll see if it continues to be my Game of the Year by the time the end of the year hits. It'll be interesting to see how much more content this indie developer adds to Vagabond here by the end of the year as well. So remember, you can play this game with friends. You can do it co-op, so your friends need to buy the game and then they can join your game, or you can join their game or whatever. And yeah, I mean, this is the type of game that I know a lot of people really like. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I haven't seen any of the kind of magic yet or anything like that, but I'm sure that all works out pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead and save this game, guys. And then I'm going to quit the game. And going and looking here again at the trailer. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer again, shall we? Now that we have kind of a basic idea of how the game starts, we can see that there are a lot of different biomes in the game. All these different crypts. You can meet hundreds of different characters. Do all the different quests, like we just did one just like that there for a character. Supply problem, that's delivering an item to somebody else in a different town typically. Gathering resources, just like I was doing with the ore nodes. Hacking pigs to get their meat. Chopping down trees to get the wood and logs. We can harvest and grow plants. We can craft powerful items like the staff enchanter. We can make war staffs and gnarl staffs and mage staffs, etc. We see exactly what it's going to make when we have the right materials. That's cool. We can be a great tailorer and make nice mage robes and stuff. Here we are fighting a ghost. Look, they're using a fancy magic wand to fight those ghosts. I just had a dagger. Fighting a bunch of snakes in a dungeon. These are traps, it looks like. Create your own home. Yep, so you can put your bed down, bookshelves, and design it however you want. Invite your friends over in the co-op mode. Oh, very cool. It'd be really cool if you added like card games or chess games or whatever, so you could play with your friends or play against an AI. So you could make like a poker game or a chess game or whatever on those tables, and you could invite your friend over, sit at the table and play a game of chess, for example. That would be really cool to see him add something like that. And because it's in development right now, and you have a developer who's passionate about making a game, I'm sure he would be more than willing to listen to your ideas, such as that one right there. Make it so you can, play chess or checkers or cards or whatever at those tables that you set up in your own house. Very cool. So Vagabond, guys, here definitely gets my 2 thumbs up. I like the passion. I like the effort put in by the developer. And again, this is exactly why I play all these indie games that you've probably never heard of before, and try to give you guys the info on these games, give them the shout outs, or give them the thumbs down if I think it's garbage or whatever. But this is why I play so many games that you've never really heard of. You don't see me reviewing a lot of like AAA games and stuff like that. I am a very indie kind of guy. I like these. I like reviewing the very indie games that you've never heard of, and finding the gems, the diamonds, just like Vagabond here, and giving you guys reasons I like them, why I like them, and if I think they're worth your money, especially if you like this kind of game. So, Peter Vieger, you have done a fantastic job. You definitely deserve my Game of the Year so far, as Zaxtors Indie Gold Award. For this so far, I look forward to seeing how this game continues to get developed. And I love this one, guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If this video inspires you to go out and buy Vagabond and support this hardworking indie developer who's already put 4 years of hard work into this game before he launched it. 4 years of his life he's been making this game, and he's not done yet. So if this video has inspired you to go out and buy the game and support Peter Vieger, definitely let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to know. I'd also love to know what you think of the game after you play it a few hours. If you're really loving it like I am, please put that in a comment down below as well. And this is why I do what I do, guys. This right here is exactly why I do what I do. I look for these diamonds in the rough, shall you say, and try to give these guys a shout out. I only wish that I had more influence. Like, I wish I had like 1 million subscribers, and I wish making a video like this would be something that could, give this guy 1,000 purchases in the next week, just making a video like this. Sadly, I'm just a small guy. I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have that much influence, but hopefully I've influenced you enough to at least let you know if this is a game worthy of your consideration or not. But yeah, 4 years of this guy's time, definitely making a game that this guy's passionate about. I believe this is a game this guy enjoys playing himself, and I can see the hard work. Another thing, too, guys, I'd like to say is when I first saw this game on Monday, it already had 3 reviews. And when I looked at the reviews, I decided to wait because 2 of the 3 reviews initially on Monday when this game launched, within like an hour of the time this game launched, 2 of the 3 reviews were negative reviews. So that kind of made me hold back and think about it for a day or so. And here's those 2 reviews that launched on Monday when this game launched. And I read them and I was like, And the more I thought about it and the more positive reviews I saw coming in, within about 12 hours or so, I decided to go ahead and buy this game and give it a try. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this game out myself and see if it matches the negative reviews or if it might be as good as it looks. And I'm glad I did. Best thing I did was buy this game and to give it a chance because I really, really am enjoying it. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys go out and buy this game because of this video. I would love to know. This has been Zaxtor99, proudly presenting Vagabond to you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. And enjoy the game if you go out and buy it. Take care.